I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Today is just an amazing day. I have amazing people, and this is an amazing moment. I'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Okay, so I am genuinely in love with my guests. I think they are the most important people besides my family members and the Most High. You know why? Because they have pulled me out of depression and put me in such a way that life is amazing again. Life is wonderful again. And I can't wait to have my next guest on the line today. Michael Coleman is here, and I just want to welcome him to the show and thank him so much that we finally got this going. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much. And what an introduction. I love that personal and that vulnerability and that just makes things so real, and that really is what it's all about, being that real, and not too many people can do that, and it really takes a lot of strength in order to do that. So
no, it's like this, Michael. It's like this. We all live our lives. Either we live our life in the forefront, being open as much as possible, because obviously there are certain things that you just want to keep private.
Yes.
Or you live a lie.
Yes.
There is no in between. It's just one or the other. And I would rather be the one instead of the other.
Yeah. You know what? Me too. And I started really discovering that and really doing that, really being vulnerable when I started talking about my background, because I recently learned that I was a product of a rape. And I think sharing that with people and sharing the human side of that and what comes afterwards, with my mom having to go through the healing, and then then the effect that it has on everything that she did, and our relationship, and everything. There's so much that people can gauge from that, and so I said I have to talk about that, when the opportunity presents itself, and I think so many people can find healing in that.
Yeah, definitely. I know that Etta, what was it? Not Etta, but it was oh God, Eartha Kitt was a product of rape.
Yes.
Yeah, she was. And you're meant to be here, Michael. You are meant to be here. And I understand the drama of it all because I was raped. Okay. I understand that. And I, thank goodness, I didn't get pregnant from it. However, if I would have, that child deserves to be here. To me, and I agree with what your mother did. And the healing process is it's on a dramatic scale, because you didn't love this person, but this child.
Yes.
So some people decide that they don't want it because it's too traumatic. And some people say, you know what? It's not that child's fault.
Yeah, it's just interesting dynamic, and I don't think we talk about it enough, and the intricacy of all of the dynamics, everything that goes into folks who are victims of sexual assault and the aftermath. I mean, I find that it's just something that we just don't discuss enough, and especially from a man's perspective, as well. And so
right, and that really does affect your life. So tell me about yourself. Tell me about your music, and how did you pull out of the fact that your mom didn't love your father and what had happened? How do you go through this?
But you know what? It's so funny because I never really thought about it and I didn't even know until I was taking care of my mom when she was dying. I didn't know that. That came about as we were getting closer before she passed. And I just always knew that there was something different about me, and that's how I live my life. I've always been very existential. Is what I call it, and just knowing that I was meant to do certain things, and that's really is what has guided me through my life. And and I always tell people, especially being a man of color, I should have a prison record a mile long by now, with some of the background, and but it's like, nope, didn't have to be. It's been one blessing after the other
Right.
throughout my entire
Mm.
life, and I just try to really just comport that onto others.
Yeah. Condolences to you in the loss of your mom.
Thank you.
It's still, you can have an estranged parent or grandparent or family member, but that doesn't negate the fact that you still love them and they still are family. So now that you are in this realm of blessings, and you're in the music, tell me about how you kind of intertwine. Did you intertwine any of your experiences?
It's funny because when I first started writing, I wrote from my perspective
Mm-hmm.
and my truth. And then as I grew as a writer, what I started writing was, and this is what I'm known for, is feeling others' emotions and
Mm.
being able to tell other people's emotions. And I think it's just from my powers of observation when I'm around people. Like if I'm in a crowded room of people, I'm the one that is sitting back, keeping my mouth shut and just watching everything that's going on and
Mm.
listening and to what is all around me and soaking it all in. And you'd
Mm.
be surprised at how many stories you can find out just
Yeah.
by listening.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, definitely. So when you do your music, how do you do that? How do you compose it? Do you do it because you're listening, because in real life, or is it fictitious? I mean, how do you do that? And do you write your own music?
Yes. I'm see your shadow. I mean, we're a collaborative network, and I'm up at the top as the artistic director,
Mm.
and all the work that See Your Shadow does is written and produced by me. It's my work, and so what I do is sometimes ideas just come to me out of nowhere, and then I just run with it. And
Hmm.
so just like, for example, the song that we won the Praise Factor Award for a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
Said Hello. That song just came to me out of nowhere. And when people listen to it, they think that it's my story because it's a story of a couple that loses a child,
Mm.
and a lot of people think that was my personal story, but
Mm.
it wasn't. I don't have any children, but I was still able to write that story with such emotion, even
Hmm.
though I hadn't lived through it myself. And
Right.
and that's just really is. I just channel. I just go with how I'm led.
Hmm. And that is a blessing and a gift because you're empathetic.
Yes.
There you go. I love it. I love it. So tell me about your new song, Showdown.
It is. It's just a lot of fun.
Hmm.
It's our David versus Goliath anthem for the ages. And what's so funny is how that song came about was was doing this competition in Nashville with my writing partner, the guy that I wrote this with, Richard Murray, and
Hmm.
we had never written in the same room together until we went to Nashville, to do this project. And so when we got to Nashville, it was writers assembled from all across the country. All right,
Hmm.
and we were tasked with the project of writing. We had 24 hours to do it. Write a piece for this guy that wanted to revive his career. He had a couple of hits back in the day. He wanted to revive his career,
Hmm.
and so we had 24 hours to write this piece, and it had to have a poker element to it because he's a professional poker player now.
Mm.
And so we were just like, okay, so we got to write this piece. We have 24 hours to do it, and it's got to have a poker element to it. And Richard and I had never been in the same room together, so we didn't know if it was going to vibe or what was going to happen. So we were able to sit down and write this piece, and then we had to present it to a celebrity panel, and then they picked which one was going to be cut. And so
Nice.
it was just a whirlwind weekend that weekend, and for two strangers that couldn't be two that were so diametrically different. To come together to collaborate on this piece, it was quite the experience.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really excited about it because it's our 5th #1 on iTunes in South Africa. We've had it's our 5th one in a row. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That just happened a couple of days ago. So
that is so sweet. Oh my gosh, congratulations on that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so let me ask you a question. And this is, it gets back to your music, your life, your beginnings. What kind of advice do you give that person that may not have had a great beginning, but can look forward to an amazing life?
What I would tell that person is this: live. Take every opportunity that you can, regardless of never say I can't. Never tell yourself that you cannot do something, because the minute you do that, you won't. And then if you keep telling yourself you can, you will just build on that over and over and over again. When I talk about sometimes the things that I have done in my lifetime, most people think I'm lying about them. And I'm like, no, I just always pushed myself and never told myself that I couldn't do something. And wow. So that would be the advice that I would give.
Definitely live. I love it. Yes, you have to. You just have to, despite everything.
Yes.
You're here.
Yes.
You might as well, right?
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. You might as well. Well, don't go anywhere, Michael. I want to thank everyone for coming and watching this interview. This is a special interview to encourage you to go out and live your life. Where can people find you, Michael?
Well, our flagship website is seeyourshadow.com. That's seeyourshadw.com. And you can look us up on Facebook. That's our preferred social media platform. I know everybody thinks that's the old one, but that is the one for the old folks, and that's our preferred platform. And I also encourage folks to look me up and find my personal Facebook page in addition to the See Your Shadow page, and send me a friend request, because I do love embracing people from all over, and I love to interact with our fans. And if I'm getting ready to go to South Africa in a few weeks, and I always tell people, wherever I'm at, if you see me, if you see this cowboy hat, you come up to me and say howdy. And if I'm hanging out so somewhere, I'll buy you a drink.
Awesome. Well, wait a minute now. Don't go anywhere yet, because I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dream Chasers Radio, but you don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, because Michael's getting ready to introduce his new song. So here it is. Michael, go. Take it, baby.
All right. This is our 5th #1 South Africa iTunes on the country chart, our David versus Goliath anthem for those that just think that they can't. You actually can. And this is it. Showdown.
Third grade recess on the playground, and I just got tired of being teased. Black top, big crowd, circled all around. Don't care what happens next to me. My daddy always said don't start no trouble, but if it finds you, don't walk away. Gotta have a showdown, fight for what's right, stand your ground. Showdown, jump right up when you're knocked. Don't worry about the odds, just go all in at the showdown. Late night, weekend in the bar room, me and my girl out for the night. a full moon. What he said to her just wasn't right. My daddy always said don't start no trouble.